Hey everyone, Justin from Garnish Music Production SF and Soul Graffiti Studios. For today's post, a lot of you guys were wondering how I did the different sounds on the Ableton Push 2 and gave me some feedback on that. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate some more details on how I was working with the Ableton Push 2 and being able to work within the device versus on the actual computer. There's a lot of ways to multitask and do things either on the computer or on the Ableton Push, depending on your workflow. The Ableton Push 2 is about a year old for me, so I'm just learning how quick this device actually is. I've been using Ableton 10 for quite a while now. So just going into the basics, I'm going to start on my drums just how I did last time by holding down on the first MIDI track. And one more thing about doing this is that you're going to want to make sure that you add a specific device to that channel. So I'm going to go add device and cruise down through here, go to drums, and inside drums you have all these different drums to then pick. And you can actually test them out just by walking through them. I'm going to go to Iron Man Kit, one that I feel's got some good sounds to it. And I'm loading that now. So Iron Man Kit instantly loads in to your channel 1 MIDI, which it was on. Right? So you can easily play that with these touch pads here. The way that you're going to want to make sure that this matches your grid is you turn on your metronome on the upper left hand corner right here. Turn on your metronome, and you can also adjust the speed. A lot of great songs are in the 75 to 95 BPM range. Good dance vibe. I'm going to try one at 90. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press play. And there's our tempo. All right, so you just play along with that. So next time I do this, I'm gonna actually press record so that we can start recording. So it's actually not too grid exactly. So I'm going to make sure that I quantize it by pressing quantize. And now it's exactly 2 grid. You can change your quantize setting by holding down quantize with the push 2 to change it to 80%, 75%. Right now I'm at 100% so that it will go exactly to the grid. Depending on the style of music, it varies. The more 100% you are, the more electric it sounds. So one more feature that I like to add in is the beat repeat function on your middle right hand section of your push 2 right here. When you press this side area pops up and it shows you quarter note all the way up to triplet 32nd note. And what you're going to want to do is around the range of 16th notes, maybe even 32nd notes, and 8th notes, you can change your setting of what it's set to repeat at. Okay? Right? So I'm just holding down and it will actually do it right in tempo to the click. So this is a way to really glitch out your hi-hat pretty easily without having to be really fast with your fingers. So let's go ahead and try that out. Here's the beat. Notice how the hi-hat's a lot simpler when I just played it the first time. Pressing record over. So there you have a little bit more of that hi-hat following along. Now, simple thing to do is that since this is just a 2-bar phrase right now, and you might want to have something be a little bit more complex, you can easily create a longer section of your whole thing. I'm going to highlight it and go Command D with my keyboard, and it duplicates it. Another way to do that, I'm going to go Control Z, right? Because you can do this a lot of different ways. Is on your push, you can go into clip mode, and it shows the length of it, and you can then say duplicate. All right, so actually, double loop. Sorry, duplicate creates another scene down below. So double loop is going to be something that is going to allow you to double the length of the loop. And the great thing about that is that when you're playing this now and you have a separate sound, such as, right? If that came in every 2 bars, it would be a little bit abrasive, right? So now after 4 bars coming in, let's try that out. Let's try that one more time without the repeat on. All right, so that's just a basic drum beat. And then I'm going to go into hip hop here, the hip hop bass. I've already chosen hip hop bass, but what you would do is the same thing. You'd go to MIDI, add track, a new MIDI track, and then add device. Or you can go right into add track and pick out the bass that way as well. So I'm in hip hop, bass. We're going to make sure we get down. Cool, and our volume is here. Let's try that out. And then after the bass is in, go on to your next instrument. I already have mine loaded to be a whirly marimba. After you have some of your sounds going on, you can then change to session mode and start taking out in and out your instruments to create the layers that you want. Alright, so that's a basic demo of Ableton Push 2, bringing in a 4-layered instrument track, starting with your drums, going to bass, and then a couple different sounds on top of that, bringing in some rhythm tracks. If you like what you see, please subscribe, like our page, and email us if you want to take lessons with sf.garnishmusicproduction.com. Thanks for checking it out. Take care.